Fairy Tale The 100 Years Quest continues with Chapter 5, titled Seal in quotation marks, The Holy Pentadrakes. So, right off the bat, they're really getting into the crust of things, saying that the term seal isn't quite what we think it is. But that's explained a little bit later on in the chapter. First, we still deal with Gajil and Juvia investigating Toka, specifically the tail that she somehow sprouted. However, when they blink, within the blink of an eye, her seal is almost immediately gone. And they kind of question this, with everyone else kind of brushing it off and Toka, playing dumb in regards to the tail itself. But Juvia, Gajil, and Lily all saw the tail. And while Levy kind of brushes it off, Gajil is just like, no, there's something suspicious about this girl. Meanwhile, we cut to, for the first time, the Mage Guild Sabretooth, where we're seeing that Angel has reunited with her sister, for in the guild permanently. She has quit crime sorcière and has decided to fully, join up with the Sabretooth Guild. We see that Jalal is also there, having just passed by because he's on the lookout for a specific person. And apparently, this person is in fact Toka, although this is apparently just an alias and her real name is unknown. And Jalal presents a very stern warning that this person should not be interacted with under any circumstances. So whoever is in the Fairy Tale Guild is completely trouble. Outright out and out trouble no matter what. Because if Jalal has that serious of a look to himself over this person, this is danger. Although we'll see later down the line. Meanwhile, we cut back to, that's where I use that term, Natsu and the gang hiding out under some underground catacombs, kind of assessing where they are and how they feel about the village people, now fish people, chasing after them. Ezra notes that they, perked up as soon as the water god was brought up, and, Wendy wonders if they worship him or something. Meanwhile, Lucy kind of notes that they were told that they once worshipped the water god. So they wonder, is just like, does this religion still continue? What exactly is going on here? Meanwhile, she's kind of wearing Natsu's scarf to cover herself up since one of the fish took her bikini top. Although Natsu notes that she can change clothes at will using her celestial spirits. Gray notes something else, saying that the fact that one of the fish, the hotel manager one, had noted that humans from the other day had arrived as well. So they wonder what exactly happened to those other humans. Natsu wants to just roast all the fish, but Lucy, kind of says we can't go around roasting people just because it might not be what we think it is. They don't seem particularly evil. That might just be their religious, and they might think we're malicious. We don't know the full story, which is a very competent way of looking at things. You just don't go around roasting people for no reason. Natsu notes that, we can't have them getting in our way. We're here to defeat the water dragon god. But Lucy notes that we were told to seal him and the rest of the dragons. seal could mean a variety of various different things. We were specifically told how we should go about sealing him on top of that. And it's not like he's been rampaging or angry or anything like that. So, for all we know, it might not even be as big of a deal as we're making it out to be. You know, it could be that we just need to calm him or something like that. Seal him away. Um, Put an actual seal on him, imprison him in like a box or something. We don't really know the criteria for sealing this dragon. And while Natsu kind of gets all in a huff about the fact that they might not need to fight this dragon, Ezra knows it's just like, you of all people should know that not all dragons are evil. You know, we only fight in order to survive, not to, assault someone. So, Natsu ultimately ends up feeling Ezra's point, but notes that should any harm come to his friends, he will slay the dragons within an instant. Live up to that Dragon Slayer name, which he has only lived up to in one occasion, honestly. Um, so ultimately, they go undercover in disguise using Lucy's Gemini power of transforming others. So she transforms everyone except Wendy into fish. Unfortunately, Wendy is transformed into a jellyfish because Lucy ran out of magic halfway through her transformation. So they split off into different directions, with Gray running into the hotel manager from before. The manager kind of inquires as to if he's found the intruders, and Gray says no, not noticing that he is actually a human from before. Gray inquires as to the whereabouts of the human from before, only for that to coincide with Natsu, Lucy, and Happy running into said human, captured in a cell, ready to be sacrificed to the water dragon god. So, maybe the water dragon god is not as benevolent as he's been made out to seem. Maybe he's misunderstood. Capturing this young girl for a sacrifice seems very not good, but we still do not know the whole story. And that's why I think a lot of people haven't been hating on this series as much as the main fairy tale series, at least not yet, because it's not being written incompetently, at least not to this point. Usually that comes around in terms of the power scaling and abilities and stuff like that. But for the most part, all the right questions are being asked. What does sealing mean? Can he really do all of this? Who is this mysterious person? We don't know enough about this person, and they seem very, you know, they could be a threat, they could not be a threat. We're the Toka situation as well as the Dragon God situation kind of melds together, as in the fact that, we don't have enough information. And we're going about this based on assumptions. So we need to investigate, understand, and study the situation more before we go in guns blazing. So, that's a very nice turn in terms of the Shonen series. And I'm interested to see where we go in all of this. I think I will be disappointed to a certain degree if the Dragon God ultimately ends up being evil, because it's like all this misdirect is telling me he's probably not evil. And the fact that he's remained hidden for so long, even under the nose of Acnologia, tells me that he has not been very prominent in recent years. There's no possible way. And I'm interested to see where the ceiling actually comes into place. What I'm hoping is that, the various dragons, some are good, some are evil, some are kind of neutral. But who this person is, they could be evil or they could be good. Just because they're chained up does not mean a damn thing. But that's really all I have to go on in terms of this chapter review. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. How you feel? Who do you think is good? Who do you think is evil? And who do you think is just sexy fine? Like, man, this girl's got a rockin' bod. But that segue out of the way. Just leave your comments below. Leave a like if you liked what I had to say in this video, or a dislike if you didn't. Feel free. And subscribe for more fairy tale reviews. Things are heating up under the sea.